Hello friends, welcome back to WWII. Today, we're going to discuss one of the most horrific and historic events in human history, the bombing of Hiroshima by the United States in 1945. The atomic bomb was more than just a weapon. It symbolized humanity's unprecedented destructive power and also marked the end of World War II. What's the story? Why did America decide to drop the atomic bomb? And what impact has it had on the world today? Let's explore together. By 1945, World War II had been raging for over 6 years. In Europe, the war ended after Nazi Germany surrendered in May. However, in the Asia-Pacific region, Japan held out and refused to surrender, despite being in desperate straits. The United States and its allies had captured island after island, but Japan continued to put up fierce resistance. It is estimated that if the United States had directly invaded mainland Japan, there would have been millions of casualties, both military and civilian. Since the early 1940s, America had been working secretly to develop nuclear weapons in a secret project called the Manhattan Project. Renowned scientists like Robert Oppenheimer led this research with the goal of creating the ultimate weapon capable of ending the war. In July 1945, the first atomic bomb test was conducted in the New Mexico desert. The explosion proved that humanity now possessed incredible destructive power. The Americans chose Hiroshima as their first target. There were several reasons. The city was Japan's military and industrial center. It had never been bombed on a large scale before, so the effects of an atomic bomb could be clearly measured. The city was densely populated, so the psychological impact would be significant. On August 6, 1945, at 8:15 a.m., the American bomber Enola Gay dropped the atomic bomb Little Boy on Hiroshima. In an instant, a blinding light appeared, followed by a heat wave and an explosion that devastated the entire city. An estimated 70,000 people died instantly. Within months, the death toll from burns, radiation, and disease rose to more than 140,000. Hiroshima was completely destroyed. Buildings melted, people evaporated, and human history was changed forever. 3 days later, on August 9, 1945, a second atomic bomb, named Fat Man, was dropped on Nagasaki. The death toll reached tens of thousands more. These two attacks led the Emperor of Japan to finally surrender unconditionally on August 15, 1945. World War II thus ended. However, that victory came at a terrible price. Hundreds of thousands of people lost their lives, most of them innocent civilians. Those who survived, known as hibakusha, suffered from cancer, disabilities, and lifelong trauma. The atomic bombs not only destroyed cities, but also left a scar on humanity that would never fully heal. The bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki not only ended the war, but also ushered in a new era, the nuclear era. Since then, major powers have raced to develop nuclear weapons. The United States, the Soviet Union, the United Kingdom, France, and even China developed atomic bombs, which later became the basis for global tensions during the Cold War. The atomic bomb was no longer just a weapon, but a symbol of power and global threat. To this day, historians still debate, were the atomic bombs really necessary to end the war? Proponents argue that the atomic bombs saved more lives, as a ground invasion of Japan could have killed millions. Opponents argue that Japan was already close to surrender, and that the atomic bombs were more of a demonstration of power to the world, especially the Soviet Union. This debate continues to this day. Hiroshima is a warning that unchecked technological progress can lead to total destruction. The atomic bomb demonstrated how thin the line between civilization and the apocalypse is. Today, more than 70 years later, the world still lives under the shadow of nuclear weapons, and Hiroshima continues to be a symbol of peace, so that a similar tragedy never happens again. The atomic bombing of Hiroshima was a weapon that stopped war, but it also opened a new chapter of fear for humanity. we can learn that war always leaves scars, and that peace is a far more valuable option than military might. Hopefully, this story will make us appreciate the importance of peace even more and reflect on the fragility of human life. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay tuned for more interesting historical discussions. See you in the next video.